Hello, hello, all you amazing people out there. It's been a while since I've been on the Facebook Live. Oh my goodness. And I have cards. We're doing some cards tonight. They were cards from the Stamp Camp. So even if you were there, I still would like you to hang out. Maybe you can learn some tips and tricks, learn some other things. But there's going to be, I have 3 cards, 2 more holiday ones, and then one just fun one. But there's a lot going on right now for us in the stamping world. So, just so many things. So, let me just get started. I'm waiting for this to come up on my computer. Although it would help if I actually had Facebook opened on my computer. So, okay. I do have myself muted, so that's a good thing. Yes, here we go. Found me. Now I can see your comments. Yay. And, all right. Hello, Sean. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Sharon. Long time no see. We got 2 people with S's. Anybody else out there? Or is it just S people tonight? Anywho, okay. My table is so full of stuff. I've been like crazily trying to get everything done for the next month, you know, with vacay coming up and all the things. And then we had a hailstorm. I was just talking with Jeremiah, you know, the mechanic. Oh, we got a K. Hi, Chris with a K. Because we had 2 vehicles damaged here when the hailstorm came through. So his truck, so he works just down the road, and his truck was damaged, you know, parked at work. And then our other truck that my youngest son drives to work, who works 3rd shift, was parked in the driveway. I was at work. I was actually at the branch. So my vehicle, which is normally parked in the driveway because our garage is all full of stuff, you know, with the remodel and just junk, honestly. Was all full of stuff. So we have all of our vehicles outside, but I was working at the branch, and even though it hailed there is no damage to my vehicle. So that's kind of nice, at least. Peggy, 2 of your 4. So you guys got damage at your house, or were you at work? Because I know you don't live that far from where I work. So, you know, typically I work from home. So if I would have been working at home that day and not in meetings all day, or like we're going through a big conversion. So I would not have been, I would have been at home. So that is just crazy. Like that it worked out that way. Brian was working from home because besides everything else that's been happening, right? We had the fundraiser. Brian had a nasal surgery, so he was working from home that day. So it's just kind of crazy. All the things. Can I help you, sir? Jeremiah's staring at me through the door. Great question, Sean. So what about the camper? I'm a little sad. Lenny, and this is just me being like, whatever, cheap, a little cheap. Lenny was in Rapids getting work done. So Lenny was not at home. So our camper is a 1998 motorhome. It's a Coachman Leprechaun, so we call him Lenny. So I would have loved to have a little hail damage on that roof and gotten a whole brand new roof on a camper, but it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Gabby's car was at Lincoln. Oh, yeah. So that would be it. Lincoln School and Rail. What, Brian? Or what, Jeremiah?
Camper's already been told.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. He did drive the camper and got in an incident. It wasn't his fault, but the camper was totaled out through that insurance company. Now we have a new insurance company, and yeah, so the camper's all fine. Lenny got a new awning, got all of his cracks sealed. We do still have to, though, do the roof because the person that we bought the camper from 5 years ago, did a rolling sealant. They didn't do like a regular camper roof, so they wouldn't fix it because it's like peeling off. So we have to like scrape the parts that are peeling off and then reseal it. So the roof still needs to get done, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, all the things. So just a little crazy. But anywho, okay. So there's lots of things we're doing tonight, and I do want to go over just a few specials that Stampin' Up! Currently has, and then we're going to get stamping because we haven't stamped in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys flipped around, and we're going to talk a smidge here about, see, I'm telling you, my desk is all full of stuff. I am doing mail a card bingo right now. So if you guys haven't gotten your bingo cards, I can send this electronically. So just to your email, because if I mail this to you now, like, you're not going to get it for a few days. And there are a couple different, or if you want to come pick one up from me, I mean, you can totally do that too. But there's lots of different bingo cards that I'm mailing out. And basically what it is, it's mail a card. So I want you guys, like, in the spirit of Thanksgiving for November, to mail cards out to people. So you can see, like, I have some dates here where I know I will be sending some cards out. So like my mother-in-law's birthday is on the 25th, so I'm doing a fancy fold card for her. And then my wedding anniversary is tomorrow. Does anybody know how many years? I know I've sort of mentioned it sometimes. But that's one of the reasons why we're going to Hawaii in December. And then unfortunately, you guys saw my post about Miss Kathy. So I'm going to be doing a sympathy card. Actually, that's going to be the 9th is when that one will, because I'm going to her wake. So that is just so sad. She battled so many different things, and finally, like, she just had to go. Like, had to just be done. So many things. But anyhow, so these are cards that I've already mailed out. I've mailed out a lot more, but they just fall in the same category. So then I mark it off with the date. And once I get a bingo, right? So for every bingo, you will get 1 entry into a prize drawing. And if you get blackout, you'll get 15 entries. So if you were to just count the bingos, right, for a blackout, this is where my brain goes. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to give you 3 bonus tickets for getting the whole thing. Got that? Deadline to submit your card is December 1st, and all you got to do is take a picture of it and send it to me. So you can do, or you can mail it back. And my birthday is December 11th. So if you need to mark something off on here, or if you want to send me a birthday card or any favorite color card, you can do that. So that would count, but I do need to have them back by December 1st because December 2nd, I'm going out of state for a couple weeks, and so this is just a fun thing that we're doing in November. My favorite one is going to be this monochromatic card. Like, I don't do those very often, so that's going to be fun. And then the hardest one is for me right now is this baby card. I was trying to think of if I knew anybody who just had a baby or anything like that, so that's going to be a hard one for me. What would be a hard one for you on this list? Like, and all of the cards have the same list. They're just in a different order. So, like, you can see, you know, so maybe you would go get well soon, child's birthday, masculine birthday, just saying hello, baby card. Something like that. So if you want one of these, shoot me a message, because if you leave it on here, I don't always get all of the notifications. So just shoot me a message and give me your email address. Or if you want me to snail mail you this, I totally will still do that. And I just, you know, say, send it to me, snail mail, and I will do that. But in the email, you'll get a PDF, like an attachment with the card and then the instructions too. So just a little fun. I haven't determined what all the prizes are yet, so that's a thing. It all depends on participation, all of that, you know how it goes. Okay, so starting right today, we're going to make a card with this Fluffiest Friends. What do you guys think of this set? And I haven't seen a message in a while, so I hope I'm still live. Because sometimes it likes to go off on me and I don't see what's all happening. I'm just going to go to the Stampin' Up! Website really quick and show you guys. Okay. So this Fluffiest Friends is part of online exclusives. So these refresh every 4 months. And right now, I ordered this morning, sparkling bundle. I think that's super cute and could be used a lot of different ways. I love it when they have images and sayings together. You're so delightful, like so delightful. Always refreshing, simply sparkling, fizztastic. So I did order that. I think I got this set too because I had some rewards points to use. So, all right. Sean says she's got this set. Perfect. The fluffy one. Yep. So this feathered one, this is kind of cute. I can't wait to get that. I'm always looking for more masculine, even outdoor stuff. I feel like that would be a really good sympathy, unfortunately, card. And then I ordered this as well. And this is just a stamp set, but I love all sorts of textures, right? So you can just get that all up in there. And this will work great for scrapbooking. So I know you guys think I'm a little crazy for stamping in my scrapbooks, but it is what it is. There's this 3-color glimmer paper, which I can show you guys. We're using it on one of the cards tonight. And then this is the Fluffiest Friends. Oh, it does come with dies, though. Let me find the die set. Fluffiest Friends. Fluffiest Friends. Here we go. And there's such cute things. There's a little beehive. You can see that here. Tree branch. A cave, grass, all of the images get cut out. There's a nest that gets cut out over here too. So, all right. So this is going on right now. Online exclusives are not guaranteed at all. It's all while supplies last. That's why they're online. As you can see, there is already, I believe, an accessory that is gone. Yes. These adhesive backed dragonflies and birds are currently unavailable. So just so you're aware of that. But anyhow, that is online exclusives. And as always, when you order $50 or more from me, you get a PDF tutorial. And this month's tutorial has 52 projects on it. So check that out. All right, I'm going to turn on my light here. So 52 projects. You get that for free when you order $50 or more from me. You do need to use the host code when you order that, unless you are ordering $150 or more, because that you get your own show. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the Fluffiest Friends. Which image is your favorite, y'all? I'm partial. Like the cat, which we're using tonight, I really like. But the beaver, I really like this too. I haven't used it yet with the little heart nest. But the bees that coordinate with the honey and the flowers with the flower pot. So cute. You love the cat, Jenny? Of course you do. Speaking of cats, I'm sure Princess Poofers is going to be coming in here because she just thinks that she needs to eat all the time. Right, Nancy? This is such a cute set. And who isn't a little fluffy? I know I'm a little fluffy, so I really resonate with this set. But let's see what we got going on here. We have, I want to call this Tempting Turquoise, but it's not. It is Tahitian Tide. It is one of our current in colors. So remember, these only last a total of 2 years. And this one is on its second year. So this is only going to be available until May. So if you like this color, get it now. I know I love this color for scrapbooking. So definitely if you are a traveler. Here we are folding it in half and just burnishing the edge. Where is my bone folder? I have a different bone folder in here, but that is for somebody else. Okay, here we go. And this we're not stamping on at all, so we're gonna just set that aside. Then we have a front layer, and this is just 1/4 inch smaller. So this will be 4 inches by 5 1/4. And this is the same size because it's for our inside. So we're going to be stamping on these. We got a lot of stamping actually with this one. So let's get to it. These are photopolymer stamps. So photopolymer stamps, you want to use your foam pad. And this will just make it so that you don't have to do so much work when you're stamping. Now this card, the thanks that we're using is out of the Biggest Wishes. If you guys don't have this set, it is so versatile. You can make as many different things as you want with this. And you get these lovely big, and then the script. I mean, you can see mine is well loved. Very well loved. We are using thanks, and you can kind of see that my ink pad needs a little bit more ink. We did use this at class, so I'm sure it was really loved. Look at how that just melts right into there. So yes, this needs a little ink. A little ink. Poofers, what's the matter, baby? Yeah, I know. It's a rough life. Okay, here we go. So that's good and inked. So I always recommend that you buy these together, and because you just never know how much you're going to use it. Like if you're using it for what I'm doing, you definitely want to have a good amount of ink so that you're not like slamming your stamp into there. So we're just going to go and give it a big dab here. And the first one we're going to do is right where I want it to show. So I want that thanks to show right there. So now we're going to work around that. Because our images that we have, it's going to cover up some of this, but I definitely wanted to have that big old thanks right in the middle. And I'm just offsetting these just a little bit so that they don't line up in a straight line, because I would never ever get them in a straight line. So why not just make it not straight on purpose, right? Boom. Just a couple more here. So you can see we covered this whole background. It did not take that long to do. Now we are also getting a piece of white. Let me get you the measurements for this. So it is 1 1/4 by 3 1/4, and we're going to stamp our thanks right on there. Same color. Boop. Ba-doop boop. All right. Now for the other things, we are stamping in Memento. So because this is an image we want to color with our Stampin' Blends, that is why we are stamping in Memento. And we have Friend. That is also going to get stamped in Memento. Boom. Purdy. And we have some flowers. So the flowers are just like going along the bottom. And again, I don't know why, I just like to stamp more in the middle first. There we go. And then lastly, our fluffy friend. Meow, meow. Get her good and inked. Right in the middle. Okay. And I had 2 Memento blacks sitting here. That's kind of fun. All right. So first things first, we want to get our images colored. I'm just stamping these off a little. You stamp it in the middle to make it look straight. I don't know what that means. All right. The delay is probably what's causing confusion on my part, Jenny. Okay, here we go. So for our coloring, we've got quite the arrangement. So of course we're going to use Tahitian Tide, and that we're just going to do the flower pot. So when we have a smaller area here, I like to come in with the darkest color first. And get my spots that I want to be dark. And you don't have to press at all with these. They should be very well inked. So all you have to do is lightly rub that right on there. And then the light. So I always do the dark and then the light. And then I'll come back in and do just a smidge more dark with the other end. There we go. There's our pot. Now we do just have one color green here. And this is Parakeet Party. And that's just because we need a little green on the stem. And I'm just using the bullet end. I mean, that's such a small space that you don't really need to blend it at all. There we go. All right. Now for the flower. So we do have 2 different colors. So light Flirty Flamingo and dark Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to go over the flower and all of the light. And also the kitty's nose. And a little bit in the ears. So, and I don't need to like go over all of that because then with the dark, I am just going to go over the lines and then the center of the flower. I'm not going to do anything with the nose or the ears. And I would have done the same thing on all of these. So you'll see that on my finished card. Now, for the big fluffy kitty cat, we have Smoky Slate. So again, they come in a pair. You get a dark and a light. And I'm going to go over in the dark first, where I want it to be slightly darker. And I am barely touching my paper. Like, I don't even realize that it's touching the paper. So, and all of this, a little bit up here. Because we're going to use kind of the same technique as what we did before. Start with the dark, come in with the light, and then go back in with the dark. Sort of, Jenny. Yeah, she's pretty fluffy, right? Okay, so with the light color, I am going to come in and do a little bit right here and then really try and go over this other area quite rapidly so that it's as light as possible. I don't want to dwell and put too much ink on it. Otherwise we just end up with a blob. Okay, so that's pretty good there because then we'll come back in where it's a little darker and really kind of fine tune it. And it looks a little strange at first, right? But when it dries, you will see those lines disappear. So let's get around. It is so amazing, like how stuff just disappears with these alcohol inks. So don't be afraid of them. Like, they're not gonna harm you. Unless you sniff them too much, just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna grab the bullet end and get in the ears there. And this is all still with the light, so we're just kind of blending in the dark, making the shadows that we feel will be important. And then I do like to just go over, like we're making that a little darker. And then lastly, we will take the dark bullet point and go over where we want it to just have a little bit more fill. So those are typically the lines that the artist already gave you to kind of go over. All right, so there's our fluffy friend. How cute is that? Super cute. There are dies, right? I talked to you about the dies. And so there's, I mean, lots of different dies. This one is our fluffy kitty. And so we will run that through real quick. I wish there were dies for the, we're not going to shove our mat in there. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I wish there were mat for the words that we're using. Or dies for the words that we're using. Okay. Here we go. Rolling, 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 right. So yeah, tomorrow is, oh, I moved it. It'll be okay. Tomorrow is Brian and mine 20th wedding anniversary. And I also play volleyball. So that will be interesting. Okay, so to fix this, right, we could just throw this away. Or we can grab our non-existent paper snips, because I think I used them to open up a box out there. Oh, I've got paper snips down here for class. I'll borrow one of theirs. Okay. So we could be like, oh, we really messed that up. But instead, we're going to roll with the punches. I never cut this close to an image, but that's what we got to do right now because that's what I did. So we're just going to come up here and really just cut into this fluffy kitty. And get right in there. It'll be okay. We don't want all that work to go away. This is where it's going to get complicated. Is this tail. How many of you guys have ever had a die move on you? I should really have my washi tape sitting there, but you know, it was fine. It was fine. Okay, I just didn't push it down far enough. There we go. Boom! Look at that. All right. So, not exactly what we wanted, but we still got an image that is usable. Okay. Let's put this die back so I don't lose it. Definitely don't want to be cutting out 1,000 of those. Okay, get in the package. All right, we're going to need these scissors anyways. Because we gotta cut out this friend. How many of you guys like to fussy cut? I don't mind it, but if I was doing like, you know, let's say 5 of these cards, I probably would leave this part off. Not gonna lie. But I can do like a couple and I won't die. I know some of you guys don't want to do any, and that is perfectly fine. Like, that's why there's dies, that's why there's other tools. So that you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Sometimes it just calls for it, in my opinion. Thanks, Nancy, right? We salvaged it. Looks a lot better that way than with the odd shape of the die. Okay. Whew! Now, we are not done with these scissors. And you're like, what else are we doing with it? We are going to give this a little style. So we are opening up the scissors all the way. Then we are taking our thanks and we are roughing up the edges. And I mean roughing them up. Okay, there's a little more all the way around. This is also a good trick for when you end up stamping like too close to one edge or something like that. You can just shave it off a little bit, right? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on this layer, except first we're going to take the snips and we're going to cut inwards in a couple areas. That's just going to give us a little bit more like character to it. So I don't know how many I have, but we will for surely be grabbing them when we go around the edge. And it's okay, like rough it up, seriously. Give it a good rough. You'll even want to get in there, into those creases, and rough up the edges. Now if you're scared, right, about using an open scissors, you can also use a bone folder. It just gives a more dull edge. It's not so like frayed. So see how this is frayed? And this is just like not. It's more of like, I don't know how to explain it. Crumpled. Okay, so we're just going to take this, keep going. Sometimes I just flip the paper over and work it a different way because I feel more comfortable holding the scissors in a certain position. There we go. This one here is going to be a little tricky. All right, let's get this edge. We'll have little dusties everywhere. We're just gonna wreck it real good. We're just giving it some character. You know, fluffy friends, we've got character. All right, some of these will end up getting folded in, some maybe backwards. This one I think might end up getting covered up, but we'll see. Okay. So that's kind of our stuff. Yeah, we've got this. All right. You know what? I'm just going to color these really quick because it will not take that long. And then it will be a finished card. So I can send this card to somebody because it's a thanks card. And I know I have lots of thanks on that bingo. Again, anybody can play this bingo. I don't care if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or anything like that. Sharing is caring. We will have fun. So shoot me a message. Send me a text. Send me an email. Whatever you want to do. Just if you comment on here, though, it will get lost. So just make sure that if you want to participate, to either comment on one of the other posts that I made regarding it, or, comment or shoot me a message, because it will get lost. And you can comment here, but I probably won't see it. I mean, may see it, but the notifications on lives aren't the best. Okay. All right. We have all of our pieces. We are ready to go. So our card base, this is going to go on the front. Let's get some green glue. Green glue. Woohoo. Come on. Oh. This bottle is almost empty. Oh, let's grab a different one. It's not empty, and I will not give up on it. There we go. This is a different one. So that piece is going down. Then we need something to anchor our cat and stuff too. So I just have a piece of Flirty Flamingo here, and we are ripping it. And then this will get adhered down. Next comes our thanks, and this needs to go all the way to the left-hand side to give room for our fluffy kitty. So just make sure you're putting that all the way over. Then these two items are going to get some dimensionals on it. So fluffy cat will get some regular size dimensionals. And where's my mini ones? Here we go. Mini dimensionals to the back of the friend. Boom, boom, boom. So this is going to just get butted up right here. And our fluffy kitty will go right there. And last but not almost last but not least, because that will go on the inside. But we have these really cute in color dots. And we're just going to use 3 of these. And I always do like a triangle. This one's going to be a pretty big triangle, but a triangle nonetheless. Boom, boom, boom. And let's put the inside in. All right. There we go. Like I said, this was a Stamp Camp card, so we always do 5 cards. Or 5 projects, I should say, at our stamp camps. It's $15 for all 5 projects. If you live out of the area and you want them sent to you, I can totally do that. Obviously, you would not get the stamps, but you would get all of the supplies to make the cards. So if you have this stamp set, right, you could make this. If you don't have this stamp set, you could use a different stamp set. Super, super easy to replicate. So I do have 1 packet of cards left if anybody is still interested in them. You're going to see 3 of the cards tonight, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so that's card number 1, and the Fluffiest Friends, like I said, is on the online exclusives. Speaking of online exclusives, I will show you now the glimmer paper, because we will be using that on our next card. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this 3-color glimmer paper has Highland Heather, Petal Pink, and what color are they calling that? Pretty Peacock. I can't remember all my colors, but you can see how gorgeous this is. Some nice springy colors, although we are going to be using the Highland Heather here. Gosh, just look at this sparkle. Woof does. It makes my heart sing. Which one is your favorite color? Highland Heather, Petal Pink, or Pretty Peacock? Let me know. Hey, did you get my text? Okay. All right. On this card, we are using these 3 colors, which is a little strange, right? I can't remember if this was a color combo in here or not. No, the color combo was, not Fresh Freesia. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's definitely not a color combo on here. So anyhow, Pretty Peacock, Highland Heather, it's a fight between, Sean's the only one with Petal Pink so far. Woo. All right, so these are our 3 colors. Like, what do you think about these? Like, these are some insane colors to put together, and we are making a Christmas card with them. Yes, you heard that right. A Christmas card. All right. So the stamp set that we're using is the stamp set that I utilized for that set of scrapbooking pages. It is called Merry and Bright, and it's a bundle. And let me tell you, this is such a cool bundle. If you guys didn't see those scrapbook pages I made, they are super cool. I think I might still have 1 set of them available too. I'll have to double check. But anyhow, Merry and Bright is a wonderful die set. It's also a photopolymer. So again, we're going to get out a whole ton of pieces here, because we do have a lot of stamping on this one. So not so much coloring. The last card was coloring and cutting out. But this one is a lot of stamping on one thing and just a couple die cuts. I mean, we do snip a few things. But, okay, here's our class packet. So our background piece is Bubble Bath. How stinking cute, right? Bubble Bath. We're just going to give that a nice fold in half and burnish it. Boom, boom. All right. And then we are stamping on the inside. So we're going to keep this down here. We don't need this piece, so we'll set that aside. We don't need this piece yet. And these, oh my gosh. Look at these little filaments. Right? So cute. I do have adhesive paper on the back of them. So I made it nice and easy for my customers to get that done. Where did I put my foam? Here it is. All right. Let's start stamping. So we're going to do all the lights first, I think. So let's start with Shaded Spruce. Oh my goodness, right? Because you have to have a green strand. That's where Shaded Spruce got brought in. I wanted to have some fun colored lights, but I needed to have a green strand because it's just so, I don't know, normal. Not that we have to be normal. Trying to estimate where I did it at an angle. Okay, look at that. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then we don't need a green strand anyplace else, but I think I want to decorate the envelope. And I'm going to grab a different envelope. Actually, here we go. So the Stampin' Up! Envelopes, I'm still trying to use up my old ones, right, that I have, because I need to do that. It's a business, right? But the Stampin' Up! Envelopes are a little thicker on the label part. So since I want to put the strand of lights up there on the label part, that didn't make sense. On the flap, I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Envelope and do this. So I debated, like, if I wanted to make a whole bunch of these for my Christmas cards, and you'll see why I debated. But, all right, next step is our little holder for the Christmas lights, right? So we are putting 5 because I feel like an odd number looks so much better. And we're going to kind of alternate them, but they can be going in different directions. I need to re-ink that too. You guys, we did some serious stamping at Stamp Camp. Shaded Spruce. Oh yeah, that's just getting sucked right in. Okay, that should be good for now. Highland Heather. I know, it's so pretty. Pretty peacock. I love me a pretty peacock as well. That was one of my favorite colors. I'm so happy it came back. Oh, that looks so much better. This is going to get like 3 of them right in here. Oh, well, see, I kind of stamped this a little different, which is fine. So those are our 5 ones for there. Now let's just we're going to just do a couple of them on here. Because, you know, we don't want to go too crazy. Couple is 3, though. We do need to have 3. 3. Now on the inside of the card, we have 3 of them as well. So, and the reason why I like to do this part first is it kind of positions which way my light bulb is going to be pointing. There we go. All right, so that's all of our light bulb holders. Now we're going to do our light bulbs. So in this stamp set, you'll get a rounded light bulb, and then you also get the pointed light bulb right here. I like the fatter one. It just reminds me more of like the olden days. I don't know. I should be saying olden days, but it does. I have a little piece on here. Boop. Okay. Yeah, so, oh, I was saying before. Yeah, so tomorrow is our 20th wedding anniversary, and I have volleyball at 6 o'clock. So we can't really go anywhere, but we are going to go get cheese curds before volleyball. And then after volleyball, I think we're going to go get dessert, because I don't like to eat a huge, like, meal when I'm playing volleyball. And so that just sounded nummy. Okay, look at how cool these look together, right? Shaded Spruce and Bubblegum or Bubble Bath. Yes, please. And you're just kind of following how you angled the light bulb holder. Okay. Boop. Ba-doop, boop, 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 boop. All right. So our bubble bath is done. Next, we come in with Highland Heather. And just think of Highland Heather right now as like your accent. And so we're just doing the filament. Now, on the original card, I did do all of them with the ink. But then I came back and I wanted to add some of the glimmer paper. So 2 of the light bulb filaments are going to be glimmer paper, and the other ones are going to be stamped. So there's those. Let's do the rest of these. When you guys do your Christmas cards, are you pretty traditional? Do you use, you know, red, green, white? Silver and blue, I feel, is another sort of traditional color together. All right. So this is all the light bulbs. All the light bulbs. Now we're going to stamp our sayings. So we have also in the Merry and Bright, there's all of these sayings. So we're just going to be using like the block lettering ones up here. And I have this set up, but they were moved, so let me just make sure. Yes, I'm set up so I can stamp these 2 at the same time on the inside of my card. And those are going in the Highland Heather. And then we are doing Merry in green. Right in between. Perfect. On our white piece, we are doing Merry. I'm going to try getting this lined up so you might see my head. Because if you line it up in the corner of your paper, then you only have to cut 2 sides. See? And then And Bright is in purple. Perfect. And then we have To You and Yours, and that's in green. Boom. Okay. See, if you go away with anything tonight, if you are cutting out things, just make sure to use that edge, because then 2 of your edges are already cut and you just have to do the last one. Everything is stamped. That was a lot of stamping, but I promise you it will be worth it. These need to all get cleaned off. Where did my little snips go? Here they are. So let's give these a little cut. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay. These are going to get popped up, so wherever those mini dimensionals went, we're going to do that. And the rest, it's going to be a cakewalk because I already have it prepped. Of course, if you've not used those adhesive sheets before, super easy to use. You literally put the paper straight on the adhesive. Then the other side has a backing on it, so it's like a sticker. And you run it through your die cut or through your punch, and then it's a sticker, and you just have to peel off the back and put it down. No glue needed because you already did that whole piece. All right, so speaking of glue, we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Oh, I forgot to give you the sizes. So our card base is a standard size, right? It is 5.5 by 8 1/4, and then in half at 4 1/4 or 8 1/2. Now these sizes are a little bit different. I believe the white is 3 3/4 by 5, and then the shaded spruce is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, because sometimes you just don't want that thick border. I know some people don't like to cut 8ths. Trust me, once you start doing it, you will not stop. It really just brings a small dimension to your matting, and it really just makes that pop. So if I would have done 1/4 of an inch, then I would have had the same size mat, like from my card base to my first layer, and then from my first layer to the inside. So I would have had that same sizing layer, but here, just giving it that slight peekaboo, it really does just make it pop. Now this part here, I did not put the adhesive paper on, so we're gonna just go ahead and glue this. This is a 1/2 inch wide by 5 inches long. We're just putting that along the bottom. Then to bring our eye up and catch this glimmer paper elsewhere, like I said, I cut these filaments, and I'm just peeling off that back piece, getting out this other piece. There we go. And that's sticky, so we're just gonna stick that right into the light bulb. And just like I'm using this glimmer paper just like it was an accessory, right? So on the last card, I did a triangle, so 3 accessories. We're sort of doing that again here. We are doing 3 accessories. So the strip at the bottom and then the 2 filaments, right? Perfect. And then last but not least, we just got to put these guys on. Woo woo. It's so bright. This card is so in your face. I like to use dimensionals anytime I adhere over glimmer paper too. So that's just a little word of advice. It sticks a smidge better. That might have been, that's a little too far up. Let's bring this back here. There we go. And then Mary. So that is our card. Super easy. Again, this glimmer paper is on special right now. I shouldn't say on special. It's on our online exclusives. So get it while you can. I see it being a quick hot seller. It also on there is, where did I put that paper? I was trying to use it for a card because I'm creating cards for my stamp camp at the end of the month because it will be here before we know it. I don't know what I did with that paper, so stay tuned. But they have a really cute 6x6 paper pack. It is a scenic on one side and then just coloring on the other side. So you'll definitely want to check that out. I think it's called like Meadow or something on that order. Okay. Whew, we are really racing through, so I hope you guys are enjoying the cards so far. The last card we're going to do is going to be a Christmas card, and we're going to do a little heat embossing. So let me just grab that bin out. I got to get a drink too. What did everybody have for supper tonight? Ooh, we made biscuits, and mind you, our oven still doesn't work. I should tell you guys, the repair guy came today to check it out, and he was relieved to know that it did not start on fire. The oven is less than a year old. Like, we bought all new appliances, and it hasn't worked for a month. And he came today, and apparently there's like a plug-in in the back, and it melted the whole thing. And when he took the fuse out, so it's kind of like a fuse, right? So here's like the socket, and this, or not a fuse, but this went in. When he pulled this out, a whole bunch of like soot and stuff fell out with it. Yes. Taco John's. Oh, that sounds good, Mary Kay. Pizza. Yeah, right? Wow, Lori. Yeah. I was just astonished, in shock, and everything. So we haven't had an oven for over a month because it broke at my last stamp camp, which was at the beginning of October. And so we made biscuits tonight, but we had to use the Ninja. We have a Ninja that's like an all-in-one, and it is just not the same as cooking it in the oven. But anyhow, okay, so for this card, you can see I've got some things already set out. We are using Pretty Peacock. I designed this card before we got the Pretty Peacock glimmer paper, so that probably would have looked amazing on here, like with just a little bit of glimmer, but it looks great too. This is kind of a wow card, and a lot of people, I think, underestimated themselves when they were making this and then realized that they could do this. So we are using Sparkling Snowflakes. So this is a stamp set that comes with a punch. The punch actually has a snowflake on the top of it. I should have it handy here. Here it is. So you can make really cute tags with it. This was on my card buffet. So if you got to see that card, we did use that there. And then I am pairing it with the TaylorMade tags. So these tags are, it's just a whole bunch of tags, right? Mine's kind of messed up. I need to get them on some magnet sheets. But you get multiple size tags in both of these designs. So I think 4 of each, yeah. And then these little, I don't know, what are these called that go on a tag? Like it protects it from ripping type of thing. But it just gives it a little more dimension. Ooh, roasted pork loin, smashed potatoes. Ooh, Yes. So if you guys didn't see, we made out our whole menu for the month, which was a little insane, not gonna lie. But we are going to Hawaii. And if you don't know, my husband takes food over to his mom like almost every night. So while we're gone, I am planning to prepare meals for the 2 weeks that we're gone so that she will have meals and it's not just frozen meals, right? So I'm trying to get rid of stuff in the freezer and in the fridge to provide meals during the time that we're away. And to do that, we went through and marked off everything that we had in there and made a list. Plus we have no oven. So imagine how hard it is to try and go through a list of freezer food without an oven. So we made chicken tacos in the crock pot the other day. Today we made biscuits and we have like frozen sausage patties and stuff and lots of bacon. So we made some biscuits for breakfast for supper essentially. So I have these lined up on here, so all of my Stamp Camp members would just need to stamp it where they wanted it. And I think right there. Okay, so I'm just doing Versamark, and this is on vanilla paper. I'm giving it a good wiggle because I want it to have a nice image, and I'm making sure I didn't move it. I don't think I did. All right, so now we're taking white embossing powder. And this is what I do. A lot of people, like, you can do whatever you want, but I take my embossing powder. Oh, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Whoops. Okay, so I take my embossing powder, put it in a container, and then I put the lid in here, and I use the lid as a scoop. And I also will set this down below because why not? If I can get some of that back in there without having to finagle it in there. Okay, let's see how good that is. Yeah, I would say we got that covered pretty darn good. So you can barely see it on there. So this light is actually doing me justice. Okay, oops, forgot to put the lid in. All right, here we go. Now we're going to heat this up. And the trick of this is, and hopefully you guys can see it on screen, is it's dull right now, and when it is heated up, it will be shiny. So when it's good to go, it will be shiny. So let's see if you guys can see the transformation. It's not quite there yet. There we go. Right at the bottom of this snowflake, it's starting to turn. And it will turn white. Which right now it will be kind of hard to see. But I just move from one spot to another. There, you guys can see that it's shiny. Okay, so see how shiny that is? That is what you want. You want everything to be shiny. Now we're just going to give that a moment. And while that takes its moment, we'll stamp our greeting. This is one of those stamp sets that I love, right? I love it when I get greetings that coordinate with the stamp set. So we got winter greetings in here, which I really adore. I'm not a huge, I used to be, but anymore, I'm not a huge, let's decorate for each individual holiday. I like to do more of where I am decorating for a season. So this winter greetings, you could send this in January. You could send it, typically you could send it by right now, but that's kind of cool that there's no abundance of snow on the ground. So, okay, we're just taking a little, if I was smart, I would have cut this out using the adhesive sheets too. But, you don't remember it every time, right, Chris with a K? As we are scrapbooking buddies, and cutting out letters with adhesive sheets makes scrapbooking so much easier. All right, so that we're just adding here. Let's take this off so you guys can see that a little better. And then we do have, oh look, somebody left me this pretty bow. So we're going to use that. We're going to do a makeshift bow here, and we are just going to kind of wrap this around here then. Because why not use the bow that's in there? But I do still want to have this like wrapped around because I like the look of it. Let's see if I can tie this on the back because I cut that pretty darn short. We'll just add a glue dot. We're going to be popping this baby up. So where's my mini dimensionals? Here we go. We'll get that to work. You won't even be able to tell. Boom. Mini dimensional in each corner. Boom. All right. Now the rest can be a big dimensionals. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. We don't like saggy greetings. Nope, nope, nope. All right, and then this can get put on with a glue dot, which I just had glue dots here. Where did you go, mystical glue dots? Here you are. All right. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? I have the On Stage at Home. It is a Stampin' Up! Event for demonstrators. It's a convention, more or less. We are doing it virtually this time because then in March it will be in Houston. So how much fun is that? So I am doing that on Saturday, and my downline and sideline, or whoever, if you're a demonstrator, you're welcome to come. I would be more than happy to have you. Okay, so we are going back to our Pretty Peacock ink pad, and we have a blend, Stampin' blending brush, and we're going to just rub it off there first and then bring it across our paper. We're going to do like an ombre effect, so we do want it rather dark at the top, and then just keep bringing it down your paper. I think this probably needs to be re-inked too, because, you know, we used it a lot. Lots of ink this past stamp camp. So the best part of this is if you just keep going and just keep going, it will eventually run out. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So this technique is called Emboss Resist. So you will see after we're done with this. Oh, I got my ink in my finger in the ink. That'll be okay. It will be okay. It's just where we might embellish. So let's keep going. We're going to keep going till we get whatever color we want here. I think this is coming into the color I like. We need a little bit more near the bottom. And if it's getting too streaky, where you're at the bottom, you can definitely like rub it around. You don't really want to do that though, like up here, because you'll end up with like areas. You can do it like really light, but don't like be pretty like just like that. Like, you know what I mean. All right. I think this is going pretty good here. Yep, I'm going to do one more color. So you got to be patient with it. Like, give it time to grab that color. Give it time to work into the paper. I think I'm going to do actually one more, at least. Okay. Because I need more of a shading here in the middle. There we go. I lied. One more. Okay, but this is seriously the last one. All right. So now we have that part done. And you'll see, like, where I touched it with my finger on that embossing, it came off. So now you just grab... Where did my Kleenexes go? I'll be right back. You grab a Kleenex or a paper towel or something like that. You gonna eat the rest of those? Uh-huh. I just used the rest of the Kleenex, so you might want to grab some more there. Okay, so we're taking a Kleenex and we're just wiping off. Look at that, right? Look at the difference. Just wipe that off to show that white. Voila. Okay, so now let's finish our card. We are using, my fingers are so dirty. See, it happens to the experts too. So this is a top fold. So this is going to be 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. This is a thick cardstock, so it's thick vanilla. So I do typically tend to score these card bases. It's just a little bit harder to manage. Now I will probably come in with some rubbing alcohol and get the rest of that ink off. Just so you know, that is a thing. All right, so our card base is folded in half. Now this is those 1/8 of an inch again, right? So this vanilla piece was 3 3/4 by 5, and then I'm putting it with white. So white and vanilla. So this would be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And these are just going to get glued straight down. That is sort of crooked, but it is what it is. Now, since this has like floating ink on it, because maybe I didn't get it all out of all of the little sections, I'm just going to flip this over and rub it. Now our winter greetings will get popped up. See, I like to get everything stamped and colored and then assemble. Like, that's just how my brain works. And this is going to kind of sit in the lower, third of your card. So if you think this is a third, this is a third. So you're kind of on the edge of that third. And now we have 3 pearls we're going to put on. These are the Iridescent Pearl Basics. So this is going to bring in a little bit more of our white. Bring out that white twine and the white border. And let's see here. We got some three ones up here. We'll grab, well, I got to put one here. So maybe I'll put that one there. Okay. Well, I think we're going to maybe do the snowflake. Maybe I'll end up with 5, actually. So, do 1, 2, 3. That looks good. I kind of want to do the middles of the snowflakes, though, too, now. So there's bigger ones and then there's small ones on here. Let's do the big ones for the inside. Boom. We'll just 6 of them, baby. That's an extra special card. All right. I'll show you my other one because they look different, right? Like this one's a little darker, but you can see how awesome that is. Okay. Well, what's coming up, right? So again, we're doing the mail a card bingo. So if you didn't get your bingo card, send me a message so that you can get your bingo card, or comment on the post that had the bingo card stuff. The next event that I am doing is November 30th. So that will be the December Stamp Camp. It is on a Thursday, starting at 5:30. Just because it's getting darker out, right? Quicker. So that's the next one. That's 5 projects for $15. And if you are interested in getting these projects, like they're not completed, right? And then there's 2 more cards. 2 cards? Yeah, 2 cards. Oh no, one is, I'll show them to you. One is actually a hot cocoa packet. So that's kind of fun for hot cocoa. And then this is the other one. So if you don't have the masks, you can use something else, right? And do this too. But you would get all of the supplies and the hot cocoa for $15. And then if you're not local and I have to ship it, I'll just figure out what the shipping is. I do use a discounted shipping place. So I would think it would maybe be like $2 or $3. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, let me know. And otherwise, the next one is November 30th. And I do have one project already done for that. So a little sneak peek. Ooh, it is so cool. Okay, so that's going to be one project. And then I also have some chocolate to go in another project for that class. So that is November 30th. 5:30 at my house. If you want a class to go, just let me know. Or you can purchase $30 and you get class for free. You would just have to pay for the shipping. But it does have to be on the 29th or 30th. And then upcoming, they usually have a seasonal sale. I believe next week, seasonal sale typically. They used to do it the week of Thanksgiving, but it was too hectic, so they moved it up, I believe. So check that out, and then all the online exclusives while supplies last. So if you want this glimmer paper, definitely get in on it. Okay, well that is all for now. I will probably see you guys again next Tuesday because my husband has a meeting next Tuesday. His meeting was supposed to typically be tonight, but they moved it. I don't even know. So next Tuesday, I will see you guys again. Comment, share, like, and we're going to be giving some stuff away. So, all right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.